Hello again. This is already the third week of my video blog, and things have finally come back to normal for me. So I spent the whole week here back in my office at my crowded desk getting a lot of writing done. So what I've been up to was, first of all, that I'm working together with a visiting PhD from Germany on a conference article that we're gonna submit probably next week. So that was quite a lot of fun. The more boring writing was write-ups for course assignments, so I still had to hand them in, but now everything is done, and hopefully this means no more courses for the rest of my PhD and full focus on research. Third part I've been working on was the update of my study plan, and we'll tell you a bit about that in just a minute. And finally, I've been working on preparing yet another external stay, so I'm planning to go to South Korea next spring to research the impact of culture on risk management, on the way how we talk and communicate risks. So I have to find there a lot of interview partners of local practitioners, and this means I've been writing a lot of emails, spending some time on Skype to actually get that going. So this is what I've been doing, but I promised you to tell you a little bit more about what it's like then to set up your PhD once you're here. So the very first thing you have to do when you come here is actually to draft a study plan. So what you're going to do there is not only to draft a research proposal with your research questions, the methodology you're going to use, the theory behind it, but also include more aspects that will guide your PhD, like which courses are you going to take, where do you want to go for your external stay, or what kind of topic, what kind of collaborator are you looking for. In some cases this might be predefined through the position that you applied for, but for instance in my case this is something that I just had to develop during my PhD. And you also have to provide a schedule so that you can prove that you thought it through, that it's all feasible actually what you want to do. And also you have to put in your compulsory work. So there is of course a little bit of teaching that you have to put in there, and also a little bit of administrative work. So you have also to put that in there, but you actually have to make sure that it's as little as possible. So actually my first submission of a study plan was rejected because I had too many hours in there. So I had to reduce that. So this is your study plan. And what you also put in there is how your supervision is going to be like. So the supervision here is actually very well organized. Usually the professors have just somewhere between 1 to maximum 5 PhD students, although 5 is really a very rare case. So you will get a lot of good and direct supervision. For instance, I sit down with my supervisor almost each week, sometimes even more often, to work together, to really research together. I also have co-supervisors on site with which I'm meeting like once a month, roughly. So it's really made sure that you get a lot of direct feedback, that you get a lot of opportunity to discuss your topics. And it's not so much that they tell you what to do, but they are your sparring partners in developing your ideas, in developing certain trajectories in which you can take your whole research project. And finally, beyond your direct supervision, there's also a lot of collaboration within the research group. So we are a division of about 18 people. We PhDs sit together in one big room, so there's a lot of communication going on there. And we also have once a week a group meeting where we also discuss our research. So usually somebody presents either a paper or gives a talk about the current research. So there's a lot of direct communication, you get a lot of feedback on it. Also said, we sit here in an office, so this is also a nice thing that as a PhD here you get your own office on campus, you get also a computer and the other IT environment that you need, so you're actually really well set to get your research started. So much for the general PhD organization here. Next week I will not talk about university life so much anymore, but rather talk about general life in Denmark, especially since Jule is coming up, so Christmas is coming, and this is a big deal in Denmark. I will tell you a little bit more about that next week, and I hope this was interesting for you and you tune in next week again, and see you then. Bye bye.